Hello, beautiful butterflies. Or maybe you're feeling a bit more like caterpillars right now if you're in a funk like I am. I have just been having one of those days, or actually several days, where I've been feeling a little bit off. Physically and energetically, just kind of like, you know? And today I was trying to do all of my little checklist items. I took a shower, I washed my hair, the whole shebang. I got outside, I made sure to eat food, I wrote in my journal. I was trying to make sure that I did all of my mental and physical health good things, but it still didn't seem like quite enough. And while I was in the shower, I had the idea that I would do a little tarot and tea time with me because it sounded like fun, and I just got this new deck in the mail, and I'm excited about it. Ooh, it's very shiny. Didn't even notice that before, but now the light is making it really reflective. Faerie Wisdom by Gillian Kemp. And one of the best parts about this deck is that the cards are a really fun shape. If I can open it. First of all, I love a good guidebook. Like, of course, I'm going to use my intuition, but I love seeing the insights of the creator. And look at how fun the shape is. Yay! So, I've been just barely touching these. So far, I've only done one reading for a friend with these. And now I'm going to do one with you all. And then I have my tea. It's a chamomile and lavender. It's one of my favorites. And then I like to put lemon and honey in it, and it's so yummy. Yum. This mug came from one of my best friends, and it cheers me up. So, hop into something comfy, get yourself some tea, and let's read some cards. You can get your own cards, or you can just sit and listen to me. I actually found out about this thing at my library. It's called like a tarot guild, which, first of all, guild's a fun word, so automatically I'm interested. And then it's just like people get together and bring their own cards, or they also have cards available if you don't have your own. And you get to learn how to read tarot and practice doing reads on each other. Isn't that fun? The library, I mean the tarot too. The library is just like this magical place that I think people forget about sometimes. And I'm a big fan. I'm gonna start going there much more often. They also have like a writers group and a philosophy group. So, all things I'm into. But let's tune into this funk energy and see what we can do for ourselves. The question I have for us all is, what this funk, first of all, like what this funk has to show us. I don't know. Whenever I'm in a funk, sometimes I'm like, am I doing something wrong? And I want to get through it as fast as possible. But I think that there is actually more. Here we go. This is it. There's more to be gained from it. Interesting. The changeling. Fall. Good seeds remain from fallen fruit. Number 10. So the very first thing that came to me when I saw this, have you guys seen the show? Okay, now of course I'm forgetting what the name of the show is. It's by, or it's that one redheaded man. And you're probably all like shouting it at me. I'm gonna remember this. Anyway, but in this show that I'm gonna remember the name of in a minute, there's an episode where the people have this story where they put the child into the tree because the child is suffering in some way, like maybe they're really sick and like about to die or something. And this is like an old like folktale / tradition. That they would do, and then either the child would be healed or be like taken by the fairies. And the character in the story, she tries to help the baby, and the people are really upset by it. So kind of going along with what I was saying, that like sometimes we try to like intervene, like even in our own lives, when sometimes it's okay to just like ride out the storm, ride out the crying, and like feel whatever it is that we're experiencing, and that good seeds remain from the fallen fruit, that there will be something good on the other side. I'm also noticing the number 10, which again, I'm going to bring the card closer. It's the end of the cycle, that we've gone through all of the other numbers, and then 10 is that completion. Okay, let's see what else. Let's get another card from this deck. So after the completion, then after we've moved through this funk, what do we have? Number 6, the dwarf. Spring. Fairy gifts manifest as earthly and spiritual treasures. I like that. I actually started writing this short story about this little man that like lives under the river, and this is kind of giving me the vibes of that. He has this little like pickaxe, or I don't even know what you want to call that, some sort of tool. It's giving me that like this time that you're experiencing in perhaps like a heavier, denser energy of the funk that you're moving through, that it's allowing you to like harness your spiritual gifts. That, like, sometimes when we're forced to slow down, it allows us to face some of the stuff that we haven't been facing because we were so busy, you know, out creating or just interacting with other people. And then when something comes up for us and we slow down a little bit and really face it, it allows us to then integrate in a new way. And when we're able to see our spiritual gifts as these treasures that we're uncovering, it can give us a new perspective on the other side of that more stormy energy. I also like that we went from the fall into the spring. So spring is on the other side. And no matter where you are in the world and what the actual weather is or season is outside, we're in a constant cycle in our life, whether that is through moving, like I'm currently doing. I'm trying to get settled in my house right now, or hormonally, like with your cycle that way, the changing seasons in your relationships. And do you hear that? That was some sort of flying machinery. And that represents to me some sort of like movement in your life. It could be a change with karmic energy, or it can also be a change with like releasing something within your own life as well. I think it's important to remember when it comes to tarot or any other like signs and synchronicities that you are giving them the meaning, and that like I can tell you what it means to me, but at the end of the day, like you also get to create your own meaning, that you are the master creator in your own life. And I am just one voice. I am not the expert in your life. You are. Let's do one more of these. I really love these fairy cards. They're so pretty and fun. Ooh, I really like this one. Okay. Look how cool that is. The Green Man, Winter. Evergreen abundance is unfailing. Fertility brings rebirth. Yeah, it is interesting to think about the fact that there are some trees that go through that cycle, like the leaves falling off, rebirth. And it's not to say that like an evergreen tree or like I was about to say a carnivorous. That is not, you know what I'm saying? The ones that start with the C, learned that in elementary school. Evergreens. They are always green and don't have the same type of a cycle. So what I'm getting right now is that like maybe somebody else looks like they're moving towards something, or like they're going through a different cycle than you are, and you're just standing there like, am I not changing? Is nothing happening for me? Am I just always going to be the same? Or the opposite, where the other person looks like they're just kind of like always got it together, never falling apart, and you're like, everything's always falling apart and changing, and I feel like I never quite know what's coming next for me. But the truth is that things are changing all the time. It just might not look the same on the outside. It's also interesting that this green man is showing us abundance is unfailing, that we can always be connected to abundance and be very grounded no matter what energy is coming up for us, that we can be connected to this feeling of security and stability. And for me, that looks like going outside and like truly connecting to the earth. If that looks a little bit more challenging for you, it could be lighting a candle, it could be taking a bath or a shower, somehow connecting to the elements. Also, you know, your crystals. This chair is so loud. It's a little old. Bless this sweet Victorian writing desk that I just got. Its chair is also old. Okay. I think I'm gonna pull one or two from here and then we'll be done. Doesn't have it. Oh, I just got the like low power mode notification, so I don't know what just happened. What that did for you guys. It's just maybe it's telling me that it's about time to be done. Maybe we'll just do one card. Oh, this card is face up and the rest of the cards are face down. This is the one for us. Two of Swords. That is such a pretty Two of Swords. This is the Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Faye. I'll link these down below if you want to know what they are. Yeah, this Two of Swords with these, I don't know what creatures these are. They kind of look like my brain just said lemurs, and they are not even close to lemurs, so I don't know where that came from. Gazelles? That doesn't seem quite right either. I don't know. But this woman looks very powerful. She has her wings spread. She also looks like she's protective of these creatures in some way. The Two of Swords generally talks about having a decision to make. She doesn't seem... She seems more in her power, though. So perhaps, like, she's got like her like action stance. It also shows swords can be about communication. I'm also noticing a lot of the eyes up on her mask. So even though her face is covered, she's tuned in to her intuition, her third eye. Although she has more than a third eye, she has a fourth eye and a fifth eye and a whole bunch of other eyes. She's seeing into the higher dimensions. So again, as we were talking about earlier, this time of being in a funk is helping you to reconnect to your intuition and remind you of your values, of what decisions you really want to make in your life. It might help bring some clarity to you and clear your head, even if it doesn't seem like it right in this moment, that the storm will pass and spring will come. Your gifts will be fine-tuned. And on the other side of all of that, you will have more abundance and fulfillment than you did before, because you made it through this more heavy energy and you were able to release it, let it go, and integrate the parts that we're teaching you. And connect to yourself and to the earth. Remember that you aren't as alone as you thought that you were. So thank you for joining me today for a little tarot and tea time. If you enjoyed this, I would love if you would subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.